And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike three. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Marcell Ozuna. And it's fouled away. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 1-2-3. And we're back. Our starting pitcher in this one, Michael Wacha. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. He caught it behind his back, and they get the out. 2 outs, bases empty. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Out to short, Witt. The throw to first, and Guerrero is set down. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Angel Bastardo is forced to the mound after the injury.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
1 down, bases empty. And down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall. Around first, digging for 2. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Santander stands at second with no outs. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground to third, Garcia. Fires over to first. That's one out in the bottom of the second. Here's Adam Frazier. Line and a base hit into right. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And a big swing and a miss.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. And that one is lifted in the air. Drops into the glove. Runner tags from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. On the ground, right side. Guerrero steps on the bag and one away in the top of the third. So up now for Kansas City, Freddie Fermin. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. So the batting order turns over. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. Lifted in the air, right field. Brings it in. Out number 2. Jonathan India at the plate. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Tying run and scoring position here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Hacks and misses. Back now in Toronto. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. This one lifted in the air, left field. Ozuna hauls it in, and there's one away. Back to the top of the lineup, Andres Jimenez. Next up for the Blue Jays. Check swing, and he went. Going to count 1 and 2. 1 out, base is empty. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Willie Adames stands in. Out towards right center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Throws to second, and he's out.
Yes, you're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Runner at first with no outs here. Double play ball to second. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
So 2 down now, and here is Marshall Walker. Swings through that one for strike 2. Ripped on a line. He's got it, and that is that. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to go, bottom 4. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. India makes the grab. And there's one down. Anthony Santander at the plate.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at?
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He sends it out of here. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One down. And now it's Dalton Varsho. One out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first in time. 2 down, base is empty. Adam Frazier getting ready to hit. The wind of the pitch. Got it. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Chad Green. He last pitched 2 days ago. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Freddie Fermin steps in for the Royals. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Varsho hauls it in to end the inning. And we're back. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This one high in the air to left center. Hauls it in for the out. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Squeezes it, and there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. Into second, and he's got a double. Here's Andres Jimenez. Barger at second with 2 down.
Second baseman
And he hits a ground ball right side. Handles, throws to first. Inning over. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Paul Sewald.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game. Well, these Royals just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That's ripped. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals. Late on that fastball. Breaking ball misses down and away.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here. Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're the top half of the sixth. To Adames, that's 1. To Guerrero, and they turn 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
That smash towards center. Pulls it in on the run. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, James McArthur.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Here's the pitch to Adames. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Got him swinging. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Anthony Santander. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
And that ball is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 3-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Foul ball. Up the middle. Witt. Tosses to first. That is the inning. Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Zach Jackson. And here is Vinny Pasquantino.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And 1 gone. And the batter now, Marshall Walker.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Massey. On a line out towards center. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh, John Schreiber.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Line drive. Witt. Slings to first. Frazier retired. So digging in, Alejandro Kirk. On the ground to third. Over to first.
He's out.
And a couple of quick outs. And next for Toronto, Davis Schneider. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom of the 7th. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jimmy Garcia. So up now for Kansas City. Freddie for now. This ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that one hops the wall. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Parker Meadows steps in for the Royals. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Nabs it. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Angel Serpa.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Ernie Clement. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays. So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Cooper Bowman. Looking to start something with 1 gone. Ripped to short. On to first. 2 up, 2 down. So up next, Willie Adames. 2 outs. And 1 and 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
He goes down looking. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
He'll do it himself. Now 1 gone in the 9th. He's 2 outs away. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out. And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3. They're down to their final strike. The Royals down to their final strike. And that's ball 4.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
And to the plate for Kansas City, Marshall Walker. Smash to the left side. And that'll do it.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And on the hill in this one, Bowden Francis. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Jonathan Indy at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. Back now in Toronto. And today's starting pitcher, Eric Fetty.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
One down, base is empty. That's hard hit on the line. Meadows makes the play, 2 away now. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. And a slider misses down and away.
2-1.
On the ground, out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. 1 up, 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Here's the Royals designated hitter, Michael Massey. Strike 2.
1-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Second inning here. No score. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Nothing doing for the... Back here at Rogers Center. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He's got it. 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. What a play. Inning over. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Hit on the ground to short. Adames. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single. Here's the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single.
And that chance handled. Off balance feed. There's one. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out. Joey Wiemer steps in for the Royals. Man at first, one away. On the ground. Oh, a great flip. And he gets him. Nicely done. One hit. And we're back. And here is Davis Schneider. And the pitch. Up the middle. Witt. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one is back. Gone. A solo shot. Third home run of the season. It's 1-0.
He hasn't been at his best at the plate these last few games, so this could end up being an important home run for him. Maybe it's a sign of more to come. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Andres Jimenez. He swings and fouls one off. One out, base is empty. Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Willie Adames stands in. That one ripped. That's going back. Back some more. It has the distance. Gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good wood to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
That's ball 4. Tried another sweeper, but couldn't find his zone. Anthony Santander at the plate. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Guerrero around second, headed for third. Coming home. The relay throw. Safe. And they lead by 3. So, runner at second, 2 down. Dalton Varsho now at the plate. Hit in the air, center field. Witt. He's got it, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Start of the 4th. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Maikel Garcia.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And the next pitch is way outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So digging in, Jonathan India. Hauls it in for the out. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over, that's stepping off.
And he boots it. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
And now here is Bobby Witt Jr. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That's a laser base hit. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with one down.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So up now for Kansas City, Vinny Pasquantino.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. Next offering is in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3. Back now in Toronto, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Adam Frazier. To the right side, India. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Line drive, speared at first. Pasquantino takes it to the bag. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Davis Schneider digs in now. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find the zone. Man at first. Next to hit, Alejandro Kirk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
In the air out to center. Meadows on his way in. He's there. He's got it. And that is Francis ready to fire now. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So up next, Parker Meadows. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground, right side, Jimenez. Off balance throw in time. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Joey Wiemer steps in for the Royals. In there at the knees. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. India over to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And he chases that one. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. the next to hit. Popped up. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
In plenty of time to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. So digging in, Jonathan India. So now 1-2. The Royals trailing by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. To the right side, Jimenez. To first, and that quickly 2 away. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Falling behind 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. With the shift on, hits right into it. Fires across the diamond. Ozuna is out. Royals set down in order. Royals bats are quiet there. Score holds. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Angel Serpa.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Check swing, went around. That is strike 2. On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. So up next, Dalton Varsho. Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side, India. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Adam Frazier.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Ground ball, left side. Zips it across. Frazier retired. 3 up. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. The 1-1 is fouled off.
The beauty of his skill set as a pitcher is the break in his stuff doesn't go away when he's tired. I mean, his pitches always seem to have life. Just doesn't matter if it's early or late. He doesn't make it easy for the batter.
Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Zach Jackson gets the ball now.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are...
To Jimenez. Relay to Guerrero. In-time inning-ending double play. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Carlos Hernandez.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 away.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That's to third. Witt. And it gets by him.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jimmy Garcia. And now Parker Meadows.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And next up for the Royals, Joey Wiemer. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. And to the plate for Kansas City, Michael Garcia. Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. Swing and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you gotta make them pay.
And a 1-2. And that's in the dirt.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swings and misses. That's the 3rd out. Royals lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, James MacArthur.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
And down on strikes he goes, and that's the 1st out. Digging in, Anthony Santander. Swing and a ground ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get the out.
Everything came together for him. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Ground ball up the middle. Glove flip to second, on to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Adam Frazier next up for the Blue Jays. 2 outs. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll do it. 1 left for Toronto. We're back. And on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So a man at first. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. This one in the air. Guerrero. And there's 1 down. He's 2 outs away. Vinny Pasquantino getting ready to hit. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And they'll do it again. Ozuna leads off first with 1 away. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Varsho sizing this one up. And puts the squeeze on that one. That's out number 2. Last chance for the Royals. Michael Massey steps in for the Royals. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Right side, and this should do it. steps on the bag himself. Ball game. 4-1 the final. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got a Thursday matinee on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Singy's trying to match the stellar performance by yesterday's starter. Looking forward to seeing what he's got today.
His teammate was lights out, Boog, in total command all game long. If he brings that same intensity again.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set. And starting this one, Nick Martinez. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Back here at Rogers Center. And our starting pitcher here today, Alec Marsh. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he's been giving up a lot of hard contact this season. I mean, coming in, guys are hitting comfortably in the high 200s. So many times there's some bad luck, but then also there's just a little miss here or a little miss there that changes the outcome of the at-bat. We'll see if he can be consistent and make adjustments quickly in this one.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and great jump. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Here's the pitch to Adames. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground. Witt whips it to first. And Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander at the plate. And he swings through that one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. The pitch. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Top of the second. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr.
Witt Jr. is one of only 2 players in AL/NL history to have 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in each of his first 2 seasons, Boog. The other player, Julio Rodriguez.
And now the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino, just missed. No score here in the second. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Roden makes the catch. 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. So up now for Kansas City, Marshall Walker. There's a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. And we're back. Bottom of the second. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. That one is absolutely belted. This one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's there with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Adam Frazier. In the air, right side. Walker makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline. Safe at third. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ernie Clement will hit next. Here's a 1-1. That to right. Walker makes the catch. Runner tagging and heading for home. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the third and final game of the series. Got him looking, and that is that. Back now in Toronto, and now the DH, Michael Massey. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now Freddie Fermin. 1 out, bases empty.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Roden on his way over. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Out to short, Witt. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. So the lineup flips over. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. And that one popped to short. Witt makes the catch for the out. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Willie Adames. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That's inside. The count now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Down in order go the Blue Jays. But they hold a 1-0 lead. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. in time. And the drop third strike leads to the first out.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And he handles it himself for the out. Marcell Ozuna steps in for the Royals. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. To third, Clement. Slings it across. Ozuna is out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground to the left. Witt over to first. And Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. Way high.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2
Base
strikes.
is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss at 96. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And now it's Dalton Varsho. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first.
He's out.
And it's in time for the 3rd out. Back here at Rogers Center, ready now for the 5th inning. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Bobby Witt Jr.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside the park home run in the same game.
Vinny Pasquantino now at the plate. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
That hits the dirt. 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Fouled off left side. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Low throw, and he can't pick it.
Now batting the designated hitter.
And next is the designated hitter, Michael Massey. And now 1 and 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And now 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. And there's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Parker Meadows steps in for the Royals.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got it.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Walker flashes the leather on the run and catch. Here's the 3rd baseman, Ernie Clement.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Now batting
Next to hit, Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing.
Cut on and lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. And out number 1 on the grab. Jonathan India at the plate. And that one almost got him. The Royals trailing by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Line drive, and it gets down for a base hit. Now here is Marcell Ozuna. Line to left, and it's just foul. That was close. Swung on, belted. Into the corner, but foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, Blue, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs.
Oh, the tag, and he's out. And we're back. Now the left fielder, Alan Roden. And that one hammered. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. He got a backdoor breaking ball, really easy to give up on that pitch, but he stayed on it and shot it right back in the direction it was breaking from. Really nice job of letting it travel.
India over to first in time. Awesome play there. Willie Adames stands in. Roden takes his lead at third with 1 away. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. And it hits the fence. In comes the runner from third.
Well done. Drives in the run. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
New pitcher in the game for the Royals, John Schreiber.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the bottom of the 6th. Two on, 1 out. That one missed. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's back there. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Throw back in. Holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. He gets to it with a slide. The feed for 1. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. And now the right fielder, Adam Frazier. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Next offering is fouled back. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Witt puts it away, and that's the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Late with the swing there.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Got him swinging.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Varsho makes the grab for the second out. 2 down, bases empty. And next up for the Royals, Marshall Walker. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one the other way. Adames. And he beats it. He's safe.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Popped up on the left side of the infield. Clement. And makes the grab. And that is that. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Carlos Hernandez.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field, and that one is off the wall. The throw into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now Dalton rushing. Hit on the ground to short. Witt over to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. Alan Roden digs in now. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline, and it's 4-0.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And now it's 1-2. On the ground, right side, fires over to first. 2 gone. Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays.
Willie Adames.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
1 ball.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And that one is lifted in the air. Drops into the glove, and that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Eric Swanson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so you should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
This one in the air, center field. Varsho under this one. And there's one away. And to the plate for Kansas City, Parker Meadows. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
No base hits in the series for him so far. It's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Next offering is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. KC down. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Carlos Estevez.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Out to short, Witt. Throws to first, and Guerrero is set down. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Hard hit to third. Whips it across. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Blue Jays, center fielder Dalton Varsho.
2 outs, base is empty. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one hammered center field. That's back there. And that one is out of here. And they tack one on the board. It's 5 zip. 2 outs, nobody on. Adam Frazier getting ready to hit. In the air, left field, down the line, and it falls. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count is 2-2. Struck him out looking. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Berg.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And now Marcell Ozuna. Clement over to first. Now only 1 out remaining.
Now batting shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr. the next to hit. Ball to strike. And a swing and a miss.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. 5-0 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. Our starter in this one, Matt Waldron, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got it. And now one away.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Here comes Bryce Harper. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right side, Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the first. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting in this one, Zach Wheeler. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
The wind and the pitch. Got it. Now 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Second inning set to go. And digging in for Philadelphia, Nick Castellanos. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
Right side, Frazier. He makes the grab, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Brandon Marsh will hit next. On the ground to short, Adames. Slings to first, and that is the inning. Back now in Toronto. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Varsho launched a homer in his most recent game. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Now at the plate, Davis Schneider. Castellanos sizes this one up. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Adam Frazier. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Late swing, foul to the left. And base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Back-to-back base hits. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now it's going to be Garrett Stubbs. And there's one down.
Excellent play out there, and he does it in a huge spot. That wall, it can very easily jar the ball loose when you bang into it, so that could have been a really different outcome.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Had him way out in front of the knuckleball there. That thing just floats and dances to the plate, and as a hitter, kind of feels like it'll never get there. You've got to try to find a way to stay on that back leg and just let it travel.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out. As we go to the last of the third. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. That's in there, and the count 1-2.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Steps on first for the out.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And now Addison Barger. Hit in the air left field. Rojas on the move to the gap. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Now here is Alejandro Kirk. Kirk went deep in his most recent game. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Back here at Rogers Center, here's Harper now. Edge of the zone for a strike, and a count 1-2. Got him swinging. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
No, you may think, man, that pitch was right on a tee for him, but I don't care where a knuckleball ends up. Those things dance all over the place, and even when they pass right through the hitting zone, squaring it up or even getting a good piece of it can be a tough task.
And now it's Alec Bohm.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Bottom of the inning, here's Andres Jimenez. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Swing and a ball popped up. And there's one down.
Now batting, first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Saved at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home run so far.
Oh, that ball got him pretty good out there on the mound. No chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. Ryan Murphy, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the ball.
And here is Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. 2 on, 2 outs. Lined, and that's a base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early.
Castellanos makes the grab, and the inning is over. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Next offering is in for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he got him swinging with the knuckleball there, and I feel this guy's pain, Boog. I just have nightmares about the times that I had to face Tim Wakefield. Not good numbers, and if my career was based off of that, I would have been in AAA.
Clement under it. Brings it in. 2 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at bat.
Garrett Stubbs stands in for the Phillies.
That ball's
Looking
foul.
sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Ernie Clement. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Kendall Graveman getting ready to go. Banks also throwing. Caught him looking for the K.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Clement, the base runner at first with 1 out. Check on the runner, and he's back in there. Runner on the go. Swings and misses. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. And now a man into scoring position. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ball line to center. And that's the 3rd out. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. Swing and a miss as he was late.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on.
And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
And now it's going to be Johan Rojas. And that drops in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. That one not close. And now it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, that right there could end up being a big walk in this game. He's certainly
hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Boog, for me, that knuckleball was just devastating. I mean, you see it so well, you think you're going to go out there and get 4 knocks, and you just swing and miss. And I tell you what, I tried my best to put Tim Wakefield in the Hall of Fame. So we'll see. If he gets there, you know it's because of me.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And here comes Alec Bohm. Line drive. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. So another. And we're back. Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
In the air out towards right center. It gets down a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And the batter now, Dalton Varsho. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Starting to go after it. Now a look down to third, and no swing, says James Kingsley. Popped up. Miller. Snags it for the second out. Davis Schneider now at the plate. Ball to strike. The pitch. This to third. Boom. Got him on the off-balance throw. That's the third out. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. To the right side. Finds his way through, base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff nod.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. In to score from first, and this game is tied in the 7th.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Swing and a ball popped up. Frazier makes the grab on the run. And now the catcher comes up to him. Garrett Stubbs. Swing and a miss. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this whole crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave.
Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Phillies with a run-scoring double. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Hit weakly on the ground. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and put it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
Brings it in. Out number 2. Now it's the DH, Addison Barger. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Stubbs on to first. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Paul Sewald.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. With 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric.
And he's got it in right field for the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Austin Adams.
Well, home runs have been a problem this year. Not doing a great job keeping the ball in the yard so far this season, so we'll see if that factors in.
A swing and a soft liner. Well,
that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Drops into the glove. One away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Adames. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. Now 1-2. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Kendall Graveman up and loosening in the pen. Banks getting loose as well. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They get the force. That's out number 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Chad Green. Alec Bohm digs in now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now this is in the air down the line. Makes the grab, 1 down. So digging in, Brandon Marsh. And that's through there for a strike. 1-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because
hit in the air, left field. Schneider makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So no run. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Tanner Banks.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout. Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider. And a count 1-2. Got him. Now 2 out.
Man, it's so difficult as a hitter to get on plane with that pitch. It's breaking down and in, and you've got to find a way to match the plane. And if it's nasty like that one, bite at the end. Most times you're swinging over the top and walking back to the dugout.
Next offering is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Out to short, Miller. Gets it to first. Frazier retired. We're back and a new arm on the mound as we start extras. Eric Swan. Here's a 1-1. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Next pitch misses way outside. Ball 4, he walked him, and that'll keep the line moving.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Go ahead run on Jimenez. The throw's offline. He's safe. They take the lead. It's 2-1. First and second. No outs. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Adames. There's one. On to first. Double play.
Well, I think that double play was all about awareness and that internal clock just serving him so well. He knew he had to be quick. He took it to second himself, and then he fired it to first just in time to double off a very fast runner coming out of the box. Man, that was outstanding.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 2 outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him looking. They limit the damage here. So they scratch across a run here on no. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Up the middle, Trey Turner gloves it. The throw wide at first, and both runners are safe.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
Tied him up inside with that one.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
In the dirt, no advance, good job behind the dish. Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit.
For the Blue Jays, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
Pitch out, but no action. Liner caught it second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
So they're down to their final out. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. A one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Got him, and that's the ball game. And your final score. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outing, first pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. Starting on the mound in this one, Cal Quantrill. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Greg, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy strikeout for 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
And that's outside ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Schneider snags it on the run. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw. Save.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game, and that's throwing over. That's
threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, and on the mound in this one, Aaron Nola. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, Boog, almost 2,000 strikeouts in his career, and such a great milestone for him to reach. I think this guy's got a lot more in him. Maybe we'll see 3,000 at some point.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now one away.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Willie Adames stands in. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Nola fires. To short, could be 2. It's in and out of his glove, but plenty of time to recover, and that's the second out. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get
well struck right field, into the bullpen and gone. That one felt good. His 16th homer of the year. It's 2-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here comes Yoan Moncada. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Schneider grabs it on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Ball 3.
In the dirt, but kept close. Quantrill back to work. Foul ball there. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And that one lifted in the air center field. Squeezes it, and that is that. Back now in Toronto. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now for the Jays, Adam Frazier. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Schwarber makes a nice running catch. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And the righty deals. Now a fly ball to right center. Castellanos moves on it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Right back to him on the mound. On to first, out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Rafael Marchand. Marchand with a homer in his last game. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Didn't exactly barrel the baseball there, but he stayed on it, and he stayed through it well enough to punch it the other way for the base hit.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here. You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground.
Goes down looking. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
In the dirt. But no advance from the runners. Pitch gets away.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Here is Yoan Moncada. Base hit, 1 run in already. Here comes the throw. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, now the left fielder, Davis Schneider. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. Out to short, Turner. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. And next for Toronto, Willie Adames. Here goes the runner. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. But he beats it. Good hustle. And the inning continues. Anthony Santander at the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. And a count 1-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that one ripped to left. And that's a fair ball. One runs in. Vladdy coming around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. And we're back as we go to the top of the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa. To the right side, Jimenez. Over to first. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And now the first baseman, Abraham Toro. On the ground right side. Jimenez throw to first. Two quick outs here in the top of the fourth. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Rafael Marchand. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Phillies down in order. Bottom four. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. The 1-1. The other way. Oh, he botches it. Gets off a throw. The throw comes in too late, and the defense comes away with nothing.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield
runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Frazier retired.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And a base hit knocks in a run.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
At the plate, Ernie Clement. That's in there, and the count is filled up. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2.
Tyler Phillips comes on now in the game for the first time this season. So up next, Davis Schneider. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Gets it there in time, though, and that leaves them with runners at second and third. So the batting order turns over. Here's Andres Jimenez. The 1-1. That one the other way. Tosses across to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across. Back now in Toronto. Trey Turner now. That one drilled left field. That's back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. So digging in, Brandon Marsh. Hit hard on the ground is short. Adames, the throw to first. Play is made, 2 out. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Picks up. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now for the Jays, Willie Adames. That misses. 2-1.
Well, these Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Adames aboard here at first with nobody out. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Castellanos on his horse. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So now it's the four-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. Phillips picks over, and he's back in safely. Man at first, one away. And that one finds its way through. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third. Bryson Stott. He'll take over at second base after the injury. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. Grounder might be two. One at second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Leading off, Kyle Schwarber. Strike two.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Nick Castellanos at the plate now, having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field, and that's a foul ball. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. One out, base is empty. Fans another, and that's three straight strikeouts.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. Two strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Up the middle. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single. So a man aboard. This is Bryson Stott. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. With the tying run at the plate, and we're the top half of the sixth. And a swing and a miss. Down on strike. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the sixth. And now for the Jays, Adam Frazier. Grounds one to short. Trey Turner gloves it. To first. Leadoff man retired in the sixth. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Line drive, caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Hit hard, base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Base hit, center field. And now two aboard.
Couple of singles back to back. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Stepping in, Andres Jimenez. Turner. So bases all loaded up. Adames, the next to hit. That one is absolutely belted. One runs in, hits the fence. Now a second crosses the plate. The run scores all the way from first. It's 7-2. Well, he delivers in a huge. And And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Ryan Murphy.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And a 1-2. Out to center. Marsh on the move. And makes the grab. That is the inning. But 3 runs come across in the inning, all on this. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Ground ball to the right side. He steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Rafael Marchand stands in for the Phillies. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Showed a willingness to drive.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Chad Green ready to go. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Just missed. And delivers outside.
1 strike.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Brandon March. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Got all of that one. A 3-run homer. His 11th of the year. It's 7-5. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it.
Next to hit, Alec Bohm on the ground to third, slinging it to first in time.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Now batting, right fielder.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Here comes the skipper. New pitcher now for the Jays, Eric Swanson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. High fly ball out to left field. Schwarber puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Marchand right there to make the grab. And there are 2 down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a 2-out double.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
And the batter now, Alejandro Kirk Turner. That's the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jimmy Garcia.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. And now Bryson Stott.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Misses the sweeper.
2 balls.
Bases empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next one in the dirt. On the ground to first, and it kicks off the base. And he beats the throw, shows off the wheels right there, an infield single. So now a pinch hitter, Bryce Harper.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Throw to second, tag, out at second.
Very questionable steal attempt right there. You're down by 2 runs, tying runs at the plate. Your run is so important.
He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kendall Graveman.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, the count 1-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And here is Andres Jimenez. Oh, right to the backstop. Schneider into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 out.
Showed us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand. But what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets. And it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That ball's carrying. And that one is gone. And they add a couple more. It's 9-5. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
And now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. Back now, and on the mound, a closer, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Line drive, base hit. Back to the top of the order, and digging in for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. That one fouled off. That's to third, and that one handled to Jimenez. Out over to first, safe. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Misses off the inside. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Phillies have just 1 out remaining. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Late that time, and it's strike 2. The Phillies down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. Our final. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And towing the slab in this one, Adam Macko. And it's singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting a ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
2 out, space is empty. Left field, way back there. That's back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. He'll circle the bases. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 1-0.
I think he was anticipating the hitter to be caught off guard by how slow that changeup was. But to his credit, very patient, waited for it, and he turned it around.
In the air to left center. Schneider makes the catch. And that is that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this. Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Tyler Mahle. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And he walked him.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
1 gone, runner at first. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Roll to short, could be 2. The flip, there's 1.
He's out.
To first, not in time. Great effort there. Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And a rope into center field, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
2 outs. Popped up. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Blue Jays. 2nd inning set to go. And now it's Alec Bohm. In the air, right side of the infield. Guerrero makes the play. 1 down. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Yeah, that skips in the dirt. Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first, and the Phillies are set down. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Adam Frazier. And a swing and a miss. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your two-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit.
Corrals it, and that'll do it. Back here at Rogers Center, top half of the third inning, and now for the Phillies, Abraham Toro. And that one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
The 1-1 is fouled off. No outs. Runner on second. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Trey Turner at the plate. And that's outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Strike 3, got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So Harper stands in, and a pitch. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. One run across. Another comes in to score. It's 3-zip.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Hammered, base hit. Harper around third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they lead by 4. And here comes Alec Bohm. This one popped up. Barker. And that is that. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Back now in Toronto, set for the bottom of the third. And now, Addison Barger. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Schwarber gets under it, nabs it, and there's one down. Back to the top of the lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Andres Jimenez. Going to count 1 and 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
2 outs, base is empty. Willie Adames stands in. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Macko winds and deals. And 1 and 2.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So up next, Johan Rojas. Next offering is in for a strike. Strike 3 on the foul tip. 2 down, base is empty. Now here is Abraham Toro. And that one wrapped foul. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. They lead 4-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one down the line, and it stays fair. Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Anthony Santander. Off the plate inside, 2-1.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
A little bit low, and that's ball 3.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
So digging in, Dalton Varsho. On the ground, 2 ball. 1 at second, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now it's the right fielder, Adam Frazier. Guerrero on third with 2 out. Out towards left center. Schwarber in pursuit. He's there. He's got it. And that will end. Hit on the ground to short. Adames. In plenty of time to first. 1 away here in the 5th. So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's Turner now. This ball's chopped on the ground. Jimenez throw to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Up next for Philadelphia, the designated hitter, Bryson Stott.
2 outs, base is empty. This is Bryson Stott. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away. And we're back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider. And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. Man at first, nobody out. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Action in the pen down there. Kendall Graveman appears to be getting loose. Banks getting cranked up as well. And now 2-2.
2-2.
And Captain Kirk goes down on strikes.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. There's the strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next one off the plate inside. Ball 2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Way back there. That one is gone. The 2-run shot. It's 4-2.
Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it bangs off the top of the wall. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we
Kendall Graveman takes over on the mound.
still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Now, Willie Adames. That one finds the zone and a count 1-2.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Jimenez, the runner at second with one away.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right.
Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. And that's off the outside edge. 2-1. And that drops in for a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Chases that one out of the zone. Good job at damage control right there. This homer cuts into Toronto's deficit. It's now 4-2. Top 6. And here's the first baseman, Bryce Harper. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there's one away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Kyle Schwarber stands in for the Phillies. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Not too often you're going to see a sub 90-mile-per-hour fastball get by a hitter for the strikeout, especially when it's in a very hittable location like that. Makes me think he was either looking for something else completely or he tried to do way too much with that swing. Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Phillies 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. And a base hit up the middle. And a good start to the inning. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Now at the plate, Dalton Varsho. On the ground to first, Harper. Off balance speed, there's one. A 3-6-1 double play. Adam Frazier now at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is cut on and missed. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Ball. 2-2.
in there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Johan Rojas.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays.
Pitching for the Blue Jays.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
One ball. 2 strikes.
In the air, out towards left center. Schneider brings it in with a nice running grab. So up next, Abraham Toro. One down, base is empty. Good job to fight that one off. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Rafael Marchand. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Austin Adams.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Fouls one off, 2-2. Lifted in the air, right center field. Castellanos moves on it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Sends it to first, and that is out number 2.
third baseman Addison Barker.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. This one in the air. Boom. Makes the catch, inning over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Paul Sewald.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard. And now Bryson Turner runs. That's a base hit.
Two consecutive base hits for this team. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Hit hard. Should be extra bases. One run is in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay. Tag. Too late. He scores. It's 6-2. Here comes Schwartz to the plate. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Harper at second with nobody out. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Schneider hauls it in, 2 away. And now the right fielder, Nick Castellanos. In the air, center field. Varsho moving under it. Makes the catch. And that's the third out. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Tanner Banks.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Comebacker to the mound. Fires over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the eighth. So up next for Toronto, Willie Adames. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and he breaks his bat. Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Got to feel pretty good for the pitcher. Absolutely sawed him off. Bat explodes. And then he makes an easy play on it. Pretty satisfying if you're out there on the ball.
2 down, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Throw to first in time.
Yep,
So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Eric Swanson. And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth. And now for the Phillies, Abraham Toro. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Rafael Marchand. And a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And it's a 3 up, 3 down. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Matt Strom.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Santander checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And that's going to be ruled a swing. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond. And this guy is at the top of the list. That's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. And now for the Jays, Adam Frazier. Battling here as he fouls it away. And you played behind guys and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Hogan, the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And ball 4 to a board.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that.
Mason Miller comes on trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Got him looking. Blue Jays have just one out left here. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That one at triple digits.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The Blue Jays down to their final strike. That missed by a lot. And the count is even 2-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Here's a 2-2. Ground ball, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.